What's goody? It's your humble and gracious host, Easy. Right now, we're out to react to Haminations. You already know the vibes.
Hey, Brenner, if you jump off this cliff right now, I'll give you...
Yo, honestly, you don't even need to tell me to jump off the cliff. Like, I will just do it. Like, everyone knows that. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, what? Bro, you tell me jump out of an airplane with no parachute, I'll do it. You tell me jump off a cliff with no parachute, I'll do it. Tell me to do anything and I'll do it. I'm just that type of guy, so I get it. Oh. He definitely survived. Huh? Yeah, come on, bro. That's not even a bad fall. What are we talking about? Like, what?
Hi, I'm Bryson, and a while ago, I made a video about the times I almost died and the times I got hurt really bad. But that got me thinking about the other injuries in my family, and one sibling came to mind, one who had dodged the grasp of death more times than I can count. The sibling who had little to no regard for his own mortality and would regularly hurt himself.
Wait, am I one of Bryson's siblings? Hold up. Am I? Wait. Bryson's black? What? Whoa, whoa. Bryson's my long-lost black brother? Now that's crazy.
The wild child, if you will. The youngest brother, Brenner.
Oh!
This is gonna be a long video, because Brenner gets injured a lot. I don't want to cut out good stories or do a part 2, so let's just sit down, relax, grab some popcorn, and laugh at my brother's pain.
Hey guys, bring the popcorn here. Come on. Let's all enjoy this beautiful animation. Let's all enjoy this story, guys, and then I'll tell you about my story. We'll see.
Now, almost all of Brenner's injuries were self-inflicted.
Ooh.
However, I think it's only right we start the video with Brenner's very first injury, the one he got from me.
Hey, just like a true sibling. Hey, my siblings know the best injuries in life come from yours truly, baby. I feel you, Bryson. I feel you. The best injuries that I've had also come from them too. You know, that's a beautiful family right there.
And my parents invited me into their room to say hi to my new baby brother. As I said hello to him, he reached out his hand and scratched my chest.
Whoa.
Now, obviously, Brenner was just a baby. He had no control of his body and was just moving around. But my 4-year-old brain could not let this slide.
It doesn't matter if you're 2, 1, or even still in the womb. You can get this smoke. You gotta backhand the baby like pop, pop, pop. No babies are safe over here.
How dare you? First, you come into my house, take my spot as the cute young
Let him know.
child, and take all the attention from my parents? And now this? I offered you my hand in friendship, and you attacked me. You must pay recompense for your actions.
Hey, no, stop. Just calm down. Don't do it.
My parents tried to stop me, but it was too late. I reached out and scratched him. He began to cry, and my parents put me in timeout. Little did Brenner know, his pain had just begun. Okay, in all seriousness, I felt really bad for what I did.
Cap, it's okay, dude. You don't gotta apologize. Like, listen, I didn't judge you. I'm sure the audience didn't judge you. Like, you don't gotta apologize. It's all good. You're just a horrible human being. It's all good. Trust me, we can move on.
Even now, I still regularly apologize to Brenner about it, but he can't even remember it, so he doesn't care. Brenner, my conscience is really getting to me lately, and I'm so sorry about what I did.
Dude, that was 17 years ago. Can you just move on? I forgive you, okay?
How do you remember it? Huh? I feel like someone told you did that. You don't remember, bro. So what are you apologizing for? I call the cap.
Thank you. I love you, Brenner. I'm so glad I could get that off my chest.
Push him. Let's go. Oh, man. I was about to say, man, I thought it was getting a little too sweet for a second, man. Whew.
My pain video where my brother Brody slammed the door on my fingers? Yeah. Apparently that experience runs in the family. Brody walked through a door as a young Brenner was sticking his fingers in the hinges, and Brody slammed the door again.
Ooh. Brenner's
fingers bent every which way.
I'm not gonna lie, I did that to my cousin before. He knows. Hey, it happens. It's the circle of life, you know what I'm saying?
If I had a nickel for every time I slammed a sibling's fingers in the door, I'd have 2 nickels. That isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
It's almost like it happened on purpose.
Luckily, Brenner's fingers didn't break, and the doctors fixed him up.
Okay.
Feel better soon, buddy, and don't get into any more trouble.
I will make no such promises.
One time, me and Brenner were playing tag, and rather than be tagged by me, he jumped into a busy street and a car barely avoided him. I guess Brenner was more willing to die than lose at tag.
I understand. Listen, me and my brother were playing a car game. I pushed him down, and then a car almost hit him. But that's how dedicated he was. He didn't want to stop. He said, I have to beat my brother. So I understand. Listen, there's no second place. It's only first where I'm from.
Would you rather die a terrible death or
Definitely death.
Yeah, come on. Like, what are we talking
the
about?
other option?
Death.
We don't need any other options. Like, let's just get straight to the point. He already said
I
it.
genuinely don't know why he is so accident prone, but this next story was no accident.
Ooh.
You know how sometimes your mom has a really good friend, so she decides to make you hang out with her friend's children, but you don't like them? Yeah. When I was younger, my mom sent me and Brenner to play with the neighbor kids, Jake and Steven. The main reason I didn't like Jake was because he said, your sister is so hot.
Was she? Like,
did he say?
if she was, like, I understand, bro. Like, sometimes we gotta test the temperature. Like, listen, if you got a bad sister, like, don't come around me, bro. Like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna be like, yo, your sister is bad. Like, what's goody, my guy? Like, what's good? Like, put me on, bro. Like, come on. Like, what we talking about? You got a bad sister, bro. Put me on.
Brittany was 18. Jake and I were 8.
8-year-old me would have been like, baby girl, I can treat you like a real one. You see those young kids over there? They can't treat you like me, baby girl. And just start whispering sweet nothings. Like, trust me, I'm the best thing for you, baby girl. That's how you gotta come. That's how you gotta come.
Shutting up? Anyways, I spent the day tolerating Jake's shenanigans, but eventually I hid from him on the front porch and watched Brenner and Steven play in the front yard. Come here, Brenner, I want to show you something. Brenner walked up to him, Steven grabbed his hand, reached into his pocket, and pulled out a pair of scissors and started cutting Brenner's fingers.
Oh my God.
I ran over to them to check on Brenner. His fingers were bleeding and he was crying. I slapped the scissors out of Steven's hand, grabbed him by the arm, and forced him inside to his mom. Hey, Steven just cut Brenner's fingers with scissors.
I see nothing wrong. Yo, some parents literally can think their kids can do no wrong. I promise you. They're like, are you sure he cut you with some scissors? Or was it like just a grass pellet and then he was trying to like just slap you in the face with it? Like, are you sure it was scissors? Like, I promise you, dog. Like, some parents think their kids can do no wrong.
Oh, Steven. What? That's it? I was shocked. Call my mom right now so she can pick us up. We're leaving.
What? Who? Like, who does this kid think he is? Like, boy, if you don't, man, you better sit down.
We left and Brenner's fingers healed just fine. But still, that reaction from the mom was not okay.
Whoa.
Luckily, I never had to go to that family's house again. Reminds me of another time Brody was really young and another boy was punching him. My mom took the kid to his mom and told her that his son was hitting Brody. And all she did was say, soft hands, Hunter. I mean, come on, soft hands? How about punishing your kid for hitting a stranger?
Bro, listen, you know parents think their kids can do nothing wrong nowadays. Like, what are you talking about?
You clearly don't know how to discipline children. Here, I'll show you how it's done.
Whoa.
A lot of Brenner's injuries were caused by him wanting to grow up fast and to keep up with his older brothers. For example,
My turn.
Oh! Concussion.
Bryson doesn't need training wheels on his bike, so neither do I. Let me try.
He hit his head, didn't he? I knew it.
but
I
one
knew it.
time Brenner tried to set a trend that the other brothers would follow, and the consequences were severe. This next story is the real reason I made this video. I'm honestly still surprised that Brenner survived this. It was bad. In our basement, we had a tall exercise machine that looked like this. Brenner decided that he wanted to climb it and jump off it onto our beanbag
my.
for fun. However, this time it went horribly wrong. Brenner pushed the beanbag.
Honestly, I think this is a great idea.
You're stupid.
Bro, we should do this. Come on, guys. I need like a few subscribers. I'll bring a beanbag. I'll bring my home gym studio, and we can do this exact same thing. Like, come on. I know you guys want to do it. It's a great idea, right? I know.
Close to the machine, climbed up, and jumped headfirst with the same regard
Great
for his
idea.
life that a Minecraft player has when seeing one block of water at the bottom of a cliff. Part of the beanbag covered the exercise bench, which extended out, hiding the big metal part underneath. Brenner thought that since there was part of the beanbag there, it would be soft. But his head slammed through the beanbag into the metal part, and he split his forehead wide open.
Oh my goodness. Yo. Nah, that's scary, dude. Oh my goodness.
Mom and Brittany came running into Brenner crying with blood all over him. They freaked out and dashed him out of the house to take him to the hospital. I only caught a glimpse of him as they ran out, but I could tell it was bad. Brittany and Mom later told me that they could see Brenner's skull through the gashes. My dad sent me to a friend's house so they could watch me while my parents took care of Brenner. I remember sitting on their stairs, terrified that I'd never see Brenner again. God, please hear my prayer. If you make Brenner be okay,
Bro, that's really how it is though, man. The deep times, man, you're just like, I'll stop. I'll never do that again. And then next week you're doing the exact same thing. Trust me, we've all been there. It's all good. Listen, we're all sinners. I get it. You know, we've all done it. Like, I'll be like, God, if you do this one thing, I'll never do it again. Next week you'll see me out here like 2 cups in hand going wild like, what we talking about, guys? Like, that's just how it be. Like, let's be honest.
Promise I'll never be mean to him again. At the hospital, since Brenner was so
my guy.
accident prone, they kept pointing to cuts on his head that were from previous shenanigans. Is this cut old or new? Is this cut old or new? Is this old or new? Finally, my sister was like,
The gaping gash on his forehead, that is new. Forget the...
If I'm a doctor, I'd be like, you're bleeding? Say what? That's crazy. Yo, nurse.
Yes?
This guy's bleeding.
What?
And then she'll be like, what? He's bleeding? What do we do? I'll be like, I don't know, man. I just finessed school, man. I don't even know how I got here.
The rest of it, fix that.
somehow the doctors patched him up.
Oh.
I think they even had a plastic surgeon involved in fixing his head. When I next saw Brenner, he was up on his feet with 25 stitches in his head. But he was okay. Phew! I thought you were gonna die, Brenner. I'm so glad you're okay. Anyway.
I'll do the same. It's only right, dude. It's only right. Oh, yeah.
Brenner still has a massive scar across his forehead.
That's awesome.
Thanks to the doctors, he was okay. Brenner, can you please calm down on the internet?
Hey guys, I have a scar right here from all the multiple times I've been hit. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've hit my head.
You stupid.
But I've been in so many accidents. Like, this video should be about me. My sisters hit me with the trunk. I've been hitting the head with the books. Oh man, I could go on and on and on and on and on about all the times I've been hitting the head. But sheesh, you know, I'm glad to know it's not just me.
You're gonna die if you're not careful.
It's not hard to die. I could do it like right now. But like number two.
Another time, a young Brenner was using the bathroom and found a bottle of painkillers on the countertop.
I think only good things can come out of this, honestly. Like, I don't see anything wrong with this situation.
They were coated in a sugary glaze to make them go down easier.
Interesting.
So Brenner took the pills one by one and sucked on them till they ran out of sugar, then spat them out. He did this over and
This kid is crazy. Oh my goodness, this kid is crazy. Wow, this kid is crazy. Wow, okay.
over and over, and from sucking on the pills, he got sick and passed out.
I'm tired. Ooh.
My mom discovered Brenner unconscious on the bathroom
Honestly, yo, we thank God that he's still alive, because this is scary. This is really scary.
floor surrounded by pills. What? Ah! And once again, the doctors proved why it's good to go to college. Not for me, though, but as for you guys, good for you. I don't know how they saved him, honestly. I don't really know how doctors work. For all I know, they could have removed all of Brenner's blood, which was tainted with drugs, thrown it away, then pumped him up with fresh blood. I don't know.
That's definitely what they did. It wasn't an IV or anything. I think they literally took his soul out of his body and they were like, all right, now we can give him back his soul. That's the only way I think they fixed it. I'm just gonna be honest here. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Another time, he swallowed a bunch of coins, and again, my parents rushed him to the hospital.
You know what else tastes like pennies? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Where he was x-rayed to show a pile of coins in his stomach. They told my poor parents to dig through his, waist until they got all the coins.
What did it taste like? Yo, I need to relax.
It was like a piggy bank, but way more disgusting. He was like a piggy bank, but way more disgusting. Honestly, with how often Brenner visited the hospital, I'm surprised they didn't have a special section of the hospital just for him. This next story is surprisingly the only time that Brenner has ever broken a bone.
Wait, it gets worse? What? Like, where? How? How is it even possible?
You would think at this point that he would have no bones left
Honestly.
because of how often he gets hurt, but nope, he still has bones. My family has a small motorcycle that we call Big Bertha. It's fun to ride around on, but it has no suspension. It is 2 wheels and a motor, that's it. One day, Brenner was driving it, and despite knowing that Big Bertha had no suspension, he decided to ride it off a curb. The bike bounced, Brenner swerved and lost control, and he went head over handlebars.
Dude, I thought I was accident prone. This kid is worse than me, bro. Jeez. Oh.
He landed on his arm and totally snapped his wrist. One hospital trip later, and Brenner had a cast. He wanted his cast to be unique, so he asked me to paint it to look like Thanos' gauntlet. So I got the paint out and painted it as best I could to look like the gauntlet.
That's
It
fire.
looked pretty cool in my opinion. But then later, Brenner's arm got itchy. The doctors told him that his arm would be itchy at first, but that if he ignored it, the itchiness would go away. They also specifically told him to leave the cast alone and to not shove anything into the cast.
Now, you know what you got to do? Now, you got to, like, really, like, shove it in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really itch it. Like, you just keep going. Like, you just up and down. Just like that. I know that looked crazy, but I will not say pause. Resume.
Try and scratch his itch. However, the itch got the better of Brenner. So without consulting anyone, he grabbed Brody's glasses and started shoving the long end into his cast in an attempt to scratch his itch.
Just like that. Up and down and have your mouth open. I'm not going to say pause, guys. Resume.
He pulled the glasses out only to realize that the little rubber covering had slipped off and it was now stuck in the cast. Determined to scratch his itch and recover the rubber cover, Brenner somehow removed all of the soft wrappings underneath the cast,
That's fire.
leaving only the hard outer shell. Brenner had scratched his itch and was satisfied. Then Mom walked in and saw what Brenner had done.
Oh.
They went back to the hospital and explained the situation. Can you imagine being a doctor and setting someone up with a nice cast to help them heal, and the next thing you know, they ruined it?
I feel like the maid. I just cleaned up this mess. Can we keep it clean for 10 minutes?
They had to cut off his Thanos cast and make another one for him.
Wow.
Brenner got home and asked me to paint his new cast.
No.
No, I spent a lot of time painting that last one and you ruined it. How do I know you won't ruin it again?
Come on, man, just paint it again.
Why should I be penalized because of your sloppiness?
So Brenner went around wearing a lame blue cast rather than a cool Thanos cast.
Boo. Terrible brother, boo. Come on, Bryson. You're no fun. Like, let the guy live,
Let him cook.
A few months later, the doctors took off the cast and they realized that Brenner's arm had healed crooked.
Whoa.
It was literally like a 15-degree angle.
His hands just basically moving like this. That's crazy. That's kind of fire. And with the hand like this, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. that's crazy. Yo, just cancel me now, dog. Just cancel me now.
My mom pointed this out and the doctor said, yeah, well, it's within the range of crookedness that we consider to be acceptable, so we're just gonna leave it like that.
What? That's easy for you to say. You're not the one who has to live with a crooked arm. Fix his arm and do it right this time.
So the doctors...
Why though? Like, crooked arm is kind of fire. Like, think about it. You just in school be like, yo, guys, I got a crooked arm. Do y'all got crooked arms? No. Lame. Like, come on, bro. That's fire.
explained that in order to fix it, they would have to re-break Brenner's arm, angle it correctly, and recast it.
Whoa.
Do it.
Wait, what?
Hold
What?
it down.
Wait, no!
I hope he was joking. Like, bro, what? That's crazy.
So they did that, and Brenner's arm eventually healed correctly, but not without pain. Now, you would think that after breaking his arm on Big Bertha, that Brenner would never touch that thing again, right? Nope. Let me tell you one last story. One day, me and Brenner got bored and decided to go for a ride. Him on Big Bertha and me on my go-kart. We chased each other around a parking lot, but then I thought, how can I make racing around more interesting? And my mind went to my favorite racing game, Mario Kart. You know, the game where you destroy your enemies by throwing items at them.
Peaches, peaches, ooh. Shout out Jack Black. Peaches, ooh. Shout out Super Mario, by the way.
Decided to drive by Brenner and throw my flip-flops at him. We went back and forth throwing flip-flops at each other like green shells.
That's
for
fire.
some time. Then I zoomed by and got a good flip-flop strike on Brenner, and he wanted to retaliate with something stronger. He grabbed a big tree branch and drove towards me. He swung the branch and I swerved out of the way. But the branch was so heavy that swinging it threw Brenner off balance. He swerved and flew over the handlebars once more.
Again? Freaking again?
Bro, like, keep this kid in a contained space. Like, I thought I was accident prone. Bro, this kid needs a helmet 24/7 and literally, like, just 24/7 security. Like, anytime he's about to pick up, like, a pen, the security needs to smack it out of his hand, like, no! Like, every time he's about to pick up even the tiniest thing that could possibly hurt him, you gotta smack it out of his hand, like, no, stop! Like, literally, like, this kid can't be allowed to do anything. Like, he can't be allowed to breathe. Like, you gotta be like, is he breathing correctly? No? Stop right there! Stop! You're not breathing right. Like, you gotta be on him. Like, this is crazy.
Brenner was scraped and bruised, but luckily nothing broke. And he finally learned his lesson, and he doesn't drive Big Bertha anymore. But I do.
Shout out, Big. That's fire.
Here we are at the end of the video, and yet, that's not even all of Brenner's injuries.
What?
But if I keep talking about them, this video is going to be 30 minutes long, and at that time, he'll probably injure himself again. Let's quickly get through some last stories. Lightning round. We visited a janky aquarium that let you swim with sharks, and a bamboo shark bit Brenner's finger. Brenner went to a trampoline park, attempted a stupid trick, and landed on his head and had to wear a neck brace for a few weeks.
Wow.
Brenner and Brody went kayaking. Brody tried to splash Brenner with the paddle, but it skipped off the water, slammed into Brenner's face, and cracked his front teeth. A car almost backed over him as a child, but he hung onto the bumper while being dragged, and my sister stopped the car to save him. His friend accidentally shot him in the forehead with a BB gun, and his forehead still has a dent.
Bro, this kid is more accident prone than me. Like, what? This is starting to sound fake. Like, this is crazy.
In conclusion, Brenner's guardian angel is built different because she has saved Brenner more times than I can count. And as much as I make fun of him, I am grateful for that.
Facts.
As he has grown, I think he has gotten a little less accident prone. Let's hope it keeps going in that direction, because I'm pretty sure he has used up all of his 9 lives. God has sent his soul back to the living world so many times at this point that if Brenner shows up there again, God might just say, oh, forget it. Well, hey, it could be worse. At least his soul is going to heaven.
Wow. As always, stay blessed, beautiful, and clean. Peace, guys. Love you.